lobby. It was right after the riots in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
He was standing in the lobby. I was right next to him. He was saying, "I'm black owned. I'm black owned." It was this like, "I'm black owned." I didn't know what he meant. So I went over to him. I said, "Man, you Pac, man. You know what I'm saying? You can get that." He's like, "Nigga, I'm black owned." Looked at me. I shook his hand. And, you know what I mean? And I thought about it later on. He was saying he must have black owned sprayed across them because all the buildings that they put black owned in the hood, nobody would mess with. So he's trying to say the chicks would messing with him. You know what I'm saying? Pac, you know what I'm saying?
Tupac Amaru Shakur, the king of West Coast hip-hop and one of the greatest MCs to ever grace the mic in the entire history of the genre. The man was multifaceted, a rapper, an actor, a backup dancer, a rebel, and a true poet at heart. Whether touching on serious topics in songs like Brenda's Got a Baby and Can You Get Away, laying his vendettas bare for the whole world to see and hit him up, or just celebrating and showing love for his home state like in California Love, Pac always had something important to say, and there was never a time where listening to one of his songs wouldn't leave some kind of impact and impression on you during and afterwards. Although he left behind an ineffable legacy, Tupac's life was tragically cut short in a drive-by shooting in September 1996, passing away at the young age of 25. And like many artists of his era, he left behind a plethora of unreleased music, leading to some of it being released in various forms on posthumous projects. Now, one of those previously unreleased songs was called Thugs Get Lonely Too, the track we're here to discuss today. Now, to lay the context for this story, we have to go back to the early 1990s, specifically to the year I was born, 1992. Tech N9ne relays the story in this following interview.
Tech, what are some of your memories of being out there doing the time with Tupac, man? Because, I mean, you talking about Pac.
Okay. I am in the place where I met him.
Oh, in the ATL?
Yes.
Break it down, Tech.
92. Atlanta Hilton on Cortlandt Street. Jack the Rapper convention. I was here. And Tupac and Mo Preem and all of them was in there. And we linked up again, you know what I'm saying, that whole summer, man, you know what I mean? And later on, when I got signed with Quincy Jones, his son was doing my music.
What?
QD3.
Yeah.
He was doing Pac's music before he died. So we were already talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to put you on this song with Pac, you know what I'm saying? He always wanted to work, you know what I'm saying? Talked about you. I'm like, let's do it. And that's how we got to do Thugs Get Lonely Too. So everything always came full circle, but I met that boy here in Atlanta.
That's crazy.
Yes.
After their initial encounter, Tech and Pac found themselves in each other's company on a few other occasions, and at one point realized they were dating the same woman. Ultimately, as Tech previously stated, the both of them had been working with QD3, producer and son of the most accomplished music producer of all time, Quincy Jones, and after Pac's passing, Q told Tech that Pac was a huge admirer of his music and had intended to collaborate with him before his untimely death. So, QD3 arranged to have the collaboration completed by sending Tech one of Pac's incomplete songs titled Thugs Get Lonely Too. So, Tech N9ne recorded his verse and sent it back to QD3, and ultimately it ended up sitting in the vaults at Death Row Records for nearly a decade. That was until 2004, 8 years after Tupac's passing, when Eminem was tasked by Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, with producing an album consisting of remixes of unreleased Pac songs. That album was titled Loyal to the Game, and was released that same year. Now, the production on that album is terrible, but that's a different story for another day. However, the one saving grace from that mess is the remix version of Thugs Get Lonely Too. The beat is really dope, with nice clean production, and unlike the other beats on the album, this one actually sounds sonically like the type of production that Pac would use for his music had he still been alive at that point. And the addition of Nate Dogg on the hook certainly helped to seal the deal. Now, as far as my personal history with all of this, I remember hearing this particular remixed version back in 2005 when I was 13. I downloaded it off a LimeWire on my brother-in-law's Gateway laptop and burned it to a mini CDR to play in my stereo in my room. Now, jump forward to 2008. At this point, there was no doubt in my mind that Tech-9 had solidified himself as my absolute favorite rapper of all time, whom up to that point had been Tupac. But Pac was still easily in my top 5 and always will be. So, I set out on a mission to discover every possible piece of recorded music that Tech-9 was involved with, from unreleased Nut House songs and 57th RDV songs, to a mass multitude of features, all neatly organized for my listening pleasure, courtesy of the Pirate Bay torrenting site. So, imagine the surprise to my 15-year-old self when I came across an original version in one of the folders of Thugs Get Lonely 2, which featured Tech-9 on it. I couldn't believe it. It was the same exact verse from the Pac song that I had heard in 2005, but the production was completely different. It was on point though, but it was completely different. Like I said before, Eminem's production on the remix with Nate Dogg was really good as well, but this original composition is much better suited to Tupac's style, complementing his unique cadence and delivery. The production style was the total opposite of Eminem's, with the main melody utilizing a sample of the Prince song, If I Was Your Girlfriend, consequently being more soulful, with a faster tempo.
It ain't easy being me. Life as a celebrity is less than heavenly. I got these fakes and these. It ain't easy being me. Life as a celebrity is less than heavenly. I got these fakes and these backstabbers chasing me around, and it's always drama. Whenever I want to get around, mama.
I dropped it on my iPod Classic, and I was listening to it everywhere I went and showing it to everyone I knew. Like, look guys, two of the greatest rappers of all time have a song together that almost no one knows about, and it's fucking dope. Now, ultimately, I don't know what the Shakur estate or current version of Death Row Records owned by Snoop Dogg may have planned in the future, but Snoop knows Pac better than most of their peers, and he also has a relationship with Tech-9, having worked with him once or twice before. So, if he has the final word on the matter, I would hope that he would release the original version of Thugs Get Lonely 2 in some capacity, either through a Death Row unreleased song compilation or a Tupac unreleased track compilation. Or hell, just give the damn song to Tech-9, let the folks over at Strangeland Studios clean it up a bit, and let Strange Music release it. I'm sure Tech-9 has a ton of unreleased music sitting in the vault that could accompany this for a compilation project. Just saying. So, Tupac fans, did you know about the original version of the song's existence? And Tech-9 fans, I ask you the same. Were you aware of this song? Leave a comment below and let me know. Well, that's all for today, folks. Until next time, be safe and take care of yourselves and each other.
Been in the streets all day, road dogging it. Patient Punani comes my way, straight calling it. Give me some 151, pineapple juice and Malibu rum. The mixture got me thinking of raw dogging it. Jim Dome, cause some angels be hotter than brimstone. That's why the Nina's keeping the gym zone and pin bone. Red light room heated, got the red bone seated on me repeated. Now she's looking like she can't believe it. I'm having fantasies tossing under the canopy, causing calamity, sexual insanity. With your firm breath.